We have analyzed your defensive capabilities as being unable to withstand us. If you defend yourselves, you will be punished.
As always, I want to thank my newest patron supporter, Greene Robert. Thank you for your support. And without you and my other patron supporters, I really could not do this. So thank you all. We are up to part 5 on our ongoing series on the Borg. This is not getting any funnier. Last time, we looked at the rather underwhelming conclusion to the most epic episode that Star Trek The Next Generation ever produced. Today, we will begin to see the real downfall of the Borg. Star Trek The Next Generation Season 5, Episode 23, I, Borg. But first, I want to announce that after this review of I, Borg, I'm going to take a quick break from the Borg, just long enough to do a comprehensive review of The Last Jedi. Because, hey, why not make the next few Borg episodes look good by comparison? So, for those of you who are tired of my Borg videos, well, something different. And for those of you who love my Borg videos, what's wrong with you? No, really, what's wrong with you? Actually, I've been wanting to do a complete analysis of The Last Jedi for some time, but I didn't for a couple of reasons. First, I did not want to be limited to just showing images from the trailer or have to use illegal images. And now that the movie is out in digital format, I can legally use screenshots from the film for my review. And second, while my opinion of The Last Jedi is, well, pretty low. Many have insisted that upon multiple viewings, you can start to get it and it all gets better. Okay, fair enough. But I hated it so much the first time that I absolutely refused to see it again in theaters. And despite the fact that I have little or no respect for Lucasfilm, Rian Johnson, Kathleen Kennedy, etc., I do have a healthy respect for the law. I believe wholeheartedly in copyright laws, so I refuse to use an illegal copy of the film for my review. No, really, I do believe in copyright and intellectual property rights. However, in the case of CBS, I never violated their copyright, and commentary and criticism are indeed protected by copyright law. It is CBS that is abusing and outright breaking the law, but since they are CBS and YouTube channels are too small to take them on, they just continue to bully people for just talking about their product. Now, I know some of you are thinking, geez, Anti-Trekker, when are you going to stop ragging on CBS? Well, the answer to that is as soon as they stop illegally filing DMCAs against legitimate commentary and start to respect the law, that's when. So, long story long, with every review you see on my channel, without exception, I own a legal copy of the subject matter in question. With that said, I now own a legal copy of The Last Jedi, so I can review it in my own special way. So yeah, something to look forward to, I guess. But now let's talk about Hugh. Our story opens on Stardate 458454.2, and the Enterprise is charting 6 star systems that make up a cluster because the Federation is looking to colonize the area. You know, that kind of just sounds right. They're trying to colonize a cluster. I don't know, something about that. Anyway, as you know, colonies seem to do very, very well in the Federation. They've never had mind control spores or huge natural disasters or alien invasions pop up. Troy proves how valuable she is to the crew by lowering the bell curve on the Federation IQ tests.
Very impressive.
It's beautiful, but frightening at the same time.
Captain, I'm detecting a transmission.
The signal was one of an unknown type, originated from a moon on the 4th planet. So Riker orders Dr. Crusher to get a medical away team to the transporter room so they can beam down. Riker, Crusher, and Worf beam down. Because, you know, Worf is such a skilled medic. Well, they find some wreckage and a single life reading. They pull off the conveniently lightweight bulkhead that's laying on top of them to reveal, dun dun dun, a Borg. And we get the credits. After the credits, Riker reports that they found a young male Borg survivor, and Picard doing the correct and logical thing, but of course for the purposes of this episode, this will be considered the wrong and cruel thing. He orders the away team back. Crusher objects and...
We can't leave him here, he won't survive.
I think the captain understands that.
I don't.
The Borg usually collect their dead.
No, Riker, they do not collect their dead. We have never seen the Borg collect the dead. We have seen them disintegrate their dead, but whatever. Picard, of course, has the unique perspective on the Borg. Considering that he was once a part of the collective, he understands what they are, how they work, how dangerous they are. And when Dr. Crusher says, "Pretty, please, can we keep him?" Picard, of course, says yes. Now, of course, we know from Best of Both Worlds that if you suddenly disconnect a Borg from the collective, it dies. So Geordi sets up a special cell that cuts the Borg off from the collective, and he immediately lives. Because... quantum. Troy attempts to counsel Picard over his difficulty in dealing with the Borg, and Picard explains that he has carefully weighed the risks and has concluded that he is doing the right thing. Then, of course, he changed his mind and had the Borg beamed onto the ship. In the Borg cell, Dr. Crusher and a medic are working on the Borg, while Worf, Geordi, and a security guard all watch from the other side of a force field, taking bets on when the medic is going to get killed. Picard comes in and asks Geordi if he can access the Borg command structure, and Geordi tells Picard that of course it was Data that managed to access the Borg systems, so it would probably be better equipped to... he says, well, he could try to do it, but it would be tough. Picard then asked Geordi to come up with a computer virus that would infect the collective and wipe them out. Wait, what? So Picard was going to let the Borg die, but then Crusher reminded him that it would be wrong to not help them, so he saves them, but now he wants to use them as a weapon to kill all the Borg? Huh? Anyway, they have a meeting in which they say they can wipe out the entire collective with this computer virus. And of course, Dr. Killjoy Crusher wants to point out that they are talking about wiping out an entire race. In effect, genocide. Picard and Riker counter with the idea that if we do not do this to the Borg will likely wipe out the Federation. Crusher objects and says that despite all we know of the collective, when she looks at this Borg in the cell, she does not see the collective, she sees a
boy who is hurt and needs help.
I wonder how she would feel if that Borg looked more like Worf than, say, Wesley. She does not want to kill him because he is young and sweet and cute and innocent. Picard counters with the fact that the Borg have not shown up in 2 years, which means they must be ready for an attack, and we need to do anything we can to survive. They go down to the cell and... oh, he's just so cute look at the way he's like plugging in. Oh, he's looking for a place to get some energy. And by the way, keep in mind that at this point, the Borg are still a specific race. Picard points out that he is alone for the first time in his existence, which is true if he was given implants as an infant. Crusher continues to fawn over how adorable he is, and Picard refers to him as an it. You know, Picard really is a racist. Picard and Guinan do a little bit of fencing, and Guinan asks about the Borg.
I understand we have a guest on board.
Yes.
Is that wise?
I'm not sure. I hope so.
I thought I understood you, Picard, but I don't understand this.
It was an errand of mercy. He was injured. Dr. Crusher decided for humanitarian reasons to care for him.
They're gonna come after us, you know that. You of all people know that.
Shall we go again?
What? Huh? First of all, there's not a part of this scene that I didn't include where Picard says, but don't worry, I know how dangerous they are and we're going to kill them all. No, he is absolutely serious here. So Picard wanted to abandon the Borg, but then was convinced to save him, but then decided to use him as a biological weapon against his entire race, and now he's saving him for humanitarian reasons? Really? What's going on? I don't get it. The scene ends with Guinan pretending to be hurt, so that when Picard asks if she's okay, she can touch him with her foil, showing that if you feel sorry for your enemy, they will kill you. Wait, so I agree with Guinan? Oh, man, I don't like... So Geordi and Worf go to the Borg cell to install a power doohickey so that the Borg can recharge and...
We are Borg. You will be assimilated. Resistance is futile.
Oh, he's so cute. Now, Geordi and Dr. Crusher work on how to get the Borg turned into a weapon. So I guess we're back on that track. And of course, the Doctor still loves his
Chubby little cheeks.
So we get another scene of how cute our bouncing baby Borg is. We find out that the Borg's name is 3 of 5. But in typical Star Trek left-wing, fascist, intolerant, racist, xenophobic manner, they gotta give him a good human proper name. Hugh. Because, you know, you could never have a character with just a couple of numbers for a name, right? Oh. Yeah. Never mind. I know some of you are thinking I'm going too far with the whole intolerant far left thing, but look at this clip.
Listen, 3rd of 5. Dr. Crusher here has repaired a lot of the damage to your biochip implants. We want to run a few tests.
I'd like to show you a few diagrams and ask you some questions about them. It's very simple, really.
You will be assimilated.
Yes, but before that happens, could we ask you a few questions?
We will answer.
All right, hang on just a second here, 3rd of 5.
What is your designation?
You mean our names? We don't have designations. We have names. I'm Beverly. This is Geordie.
Do I have a name?
Do you want one?
A name?
I'm Beverly. He's Geordie. And you?
You.
You...
No, wait a minute. You. What do you think?
You.
No, not you. Hugh.
Hugh.
Okay, now, I'm Beverly.
I'm Geordie.
We are Hugh.
This is a great example of liberal intolerance on display here. Why, you may ask? Because liberals, when they want to force you to give up your way of thinking, simply pretend that they are helping you, even if they must lie, or at least leave out important facts along the way. When Dr. Crusher told 3rd of 5 that they do not have designations, they have names, that is a steaming pile of crap. They mean the same thing. In fact, if you look up designation, you will find the definition as being a distinguishing name, sign, or title. So 3rd of 5 has a name. It was 3rd of 5, which is exactly what Geordie called him until Dr. Crusher gave
him his cute little human name.
Because the way to help the Borg is to make them realize that our way of living is fun. You see, we have names and ice cream. But the fact is that if it wasn't for the aggressive tendencies of the Borg, they would be the perfect communist society. All Borg are equal. All Borg feel a sense of purpose. No Borg is ever alone. They feel comforted by the collective mind. No Borg is ever lacking for anything from infancy till death. Every Borg lives a contented life. I do think that the Federation has the right to defend itself. I would even go along with the plan to wipe out the collective. But I am genuinely offended by the whole, look at our homogenous, sterilized culture and how happy we are. You're not happy like me because you need to be more like me. What a load of crap. The ironic thing is that diversity is genuinely a good thing, and Star Trek The Next Generation craps all over that idea. To them, diversity should be avoided at all costs. What? You may be thinking, that's not true. They have people from all different races and cultures. No, they really don't. They have different skin tones, yes, different forehead bumps, sure, but they all think the same way. There is no diversity. With the exception of Picard and Guinan, you could have swapped around any other character in place of Geordie and Dr. Crusher and not changed a single line in the entire scene except for the names of the characters, of course, and the scene would have been exactly the same and it wouldn't have felt out of character. Heck, you could even put Picard or Guinan in the scene as well, except that they are the
person who is wrong because they let their personal issues get in the way
characters for this week. 3rd of 5 wanted to go back to the collective. He missed the collective. If they really want to pretend to care about everyone the way that they say they do, they should have just healed them up and let them go. But no! You know what? I can't take this anymore. This episode is just breaking my brain. Seriously, what is wrong with the writers? How do you get the greatest villain of all Star Trek and turn it into a freaking little lost boy? Where's my computer? Let me just grab it and yeah, that's it. That's it. We'll just let me get the window and yes, burn, yes. Yeah, that's right. Suck on it, Lore Reloaded. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna break this whole thing down. Oh, look, more things need to break. Where's Lore? I'm coming for you, Lore.
We are the Borg. Resistance is futile.
You will lower your shields and click on the like button and leave a comment for the anti-tracker. If you have not before, you will hit the subscribe button and the notifications icon so that you can hear more from the anti-tracker. If you have suggestions on how to improve this channel, you will leave a comment in the comment section below. If you appreciate the work put into these videos, you will go to https://www.patreon.com/Michael J. Crawford, link below, and support this channel. Excuses are irrelevant. You will comply.